Welcome to the Stewart Boys podcast, represented by the Stewart Boys. I wish we had a presenting sponsor. We don't yet. We got to keep putting out content. But anyways, I'm joined by my co-host, William Woodley Stewart IV. William, how's it going?
Good. How's it going to you?
Good. It is Sunday afternoon, June 30th, 6:21 p.m. And we were thinking about going out to the lake today, but we ended up not doing it. There were some thunderstorms that ran through, and so instead we're just podcasting, and we got our USA gear on. So William, tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today and going through during this pod.
So we are going to talk about the Copa America, and then we are going to talk about the Euros, and then we're going have like a little segment, and we're going to do like a Mount Rushmore thing. What is it called?
Yeah, it's about Rushmore. We'll explain it when we get to it and all the rules and kind of what's going on there. But first, and by the way, you're going to have to bear with us today. We're trying out some new sharing of screens. And so if something comes up weird, you may have to just deal with it and we'll figure it out as we go. But as anything in life, we're trying to innovate this podcast and move forward. So at first, like William said, we're going to talk about Copa America. So, William, can you tell me what your understanding of what Copa America is, and so the audience can kind of know?
It's a little different to the Euros, since the Euros have what 6 groups instead of in the Copa America.
Well, what is it? What sport is it? What side of the world is it on? So Copa America.
Copa America is a sport that is soccer, and is it the bottom side?
So Copa America is the coming together of typically it's South American nations. So South America, like you think Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Uruguay, Chile, all those teams, Paraguay, Peru, they have a tournament that just goes on during the summer and it happens every 4 years. Similarly to what's called the European Championships, and the European Championships are obviously the European countries and their national teams, and they compete in a tournament. And so there's qualifying for it. But Copa America is CONMEBOL, and I explained this on the last podcast, but they've invited CONCACAF into this Copa America, and it's hosted in the United States. It's almost like a prequel to the World Cup. And so CONCACAF is made up of North American and the Central America countries. So think about Canada, Mexico, United States, plus countries like Panama. Who else is playing?
Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil,
No, and Costa Rica is a Central American country. So, anyways, we're going to talk about Copa America. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just show you a little bit of kind of what we're talking about. Let's see how we can get this going now. All right. At this point, my hope is that you can see my screen. I feel like I'm at work. But anyways, let's go to the Copa America standings. And so, all right. So over here, William, why don't you walk us through? So Group A is complete. Walk us through that group, William.
Okay, so we have Argentina, Canada, Chile, and Peru. I think I knew Argentina was going to top the group. There was no chance Canada, Chile, and Peru were going to win the group. And Peru, if they would have beat Argentina and Chile and Canada tied, Peru would have advanced. And the same thing with Chile, but none of them advanced. And Canada got the win. Did they win Chile?
No, they tied. They tied 0-0 draw. So that was the interesting group. It's as I look at this, I mean, Argentina did well. They won all 3 games. They got the full 9 points. However, they only had 5 goals for. And 3 of those goals were scored last night against.
No, 2.
2 of the goals against Peru. Lautaro, who scored?
Lautaro
Martinez. Scored 2 goals. He's actually scored 3 of the 5 goals. It's just interesting. It's something to keep an eye on for the Argentinians as they move through the group.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Oh, okay, maybe 4. I know he scored in all 3 games, which is good for them. He's coming off the bench on 2 of them. You're right, 4 goals right there. He's the leader in the clubhouse for the Golden Boot, which is
Balogun's third.
Florian. Although that is not Florian Balogun right there. I'm not sure who that player is. Anyways, moving on to Group 2. So that group is completed. Argentina and Canada will be moving on from that group into the knockout stages.
And one more thing, that was not Darwin Nunez.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know what's going on with Wikipedia. It sounds like somebody's maybe been switching it up. Okay. All right. Group B. Right now, so they're actually playing tonight. So you've got, I believe, Mexico and Jamaica, and then Ecuador and Venezuela. And it looks like Venezuela is above on the group right now. A lot to go here. I know Jamaica is eliminated. They have 0 points. There's no way they can jump these teams, and so it's down to these 3 teams right now. With Ecuador, they've got our boy Moises Caicedo. They've got Perez, young phenom, 17-year-old that's going to Real Madrid next year. Venezuela, they still have, oh my goodness, Valencia and a few of those players. And so that's going to be an interesting group to watch. We're going to skip Group 3 for a second because we'll definitely come back to that one. Group C, excuse me. Let's go to Group D. William, talk to me about Group D and what you've been saying.
I think Colombia is a big surprise because I thought the 2 that were going to top the group or in the position right now were going to be Brazil and Costa Rica. But it seems like Colombia is probably going to win the group and Brazil is probably going to get second.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I kind of disagree with you a little bit. Colombia has been coming into this tournament on a hot streak. I mean, they smacked the U.S. 5-1, kind of leading up to the Copa America. They've won something ridiculous, like 10 or so in a row. Brazil, they're playing Brazil next, and so if Brazil's not careful, I mean, it would take a drastic change if Brazil were to lose to Colombia and Costa Rica was somehow have a chance to win. Brazil getting knocked out, but it'll be interesting. Brazil's beatable. You talk to any Brazilian right now, and they would tell you that they're not happy with the team, not happy with what's going on, and so it's just going to be very interesting. The interesting thing is Group C actually matches up with Group D. So the winner of Group C plays the second place of Group D in the knockout round. Second place of Group C plays the winner of Group D. So it's going to be interesting. So it looks like there's a crash course for Uruguay playing either Colombia or Brazil, which would be a phenomenal matchup. But moving up to Group C, William, the group that you probably are most aware of, what's going on here?
Okay. I thought it was kind of an upset, Panama versus U.S., but I think it all comes down to who. So if the U.S. tie and Panama tie.
So who's playing each other the next game, the third game?
USA is playing Uruguay and Panama.
Hey, can I tell you something? There's a teammate, shout out to Alex Martinez, who is from that country. It's not Uruguay, it's Uruguay.
It is?
Say Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Guay. Uruguay. There you go. Fun fact for you guys.
Are playing U.S. and Panama is playing Bolivia. Right now, I'm cheering for Bolivia to beat Panama.
That would be nice. So in Copa America, which is interesting, even though so Panama beat U.S., and one of the major reasons is Timothy Weah had I would just call it a brain fart. So I was talking to you about this, and you can never. What happened was they were playing Panama, and these guys were just nipping at them. They're nipping. They're always gonna touch you. They're gonna step on you. They're gonna pinch you. They're going to say things about your mama. They're gonna say all these things. And what can't you do?
Hit them.
Oh, not just hit them. You can't retaliate. So some of the times when I was growing up, I would be playing. I played college soccer, and I'd be defending a corner kick, and some guys would come up and they would dig their cleat into my toes. It's the most pain you can ever imagine. Like take a heel and put it into a toe. And so what did I start doing? No, I would go up there and sometimes it's called gamesmanship. you kind of pick on them. You talk to them. You pull their jersey a little bit. You go talk to the ref. You complain about it. You do all these things, but you don't punch. And so what Timothy Weah did, he baited that Panamanian was just baiting him. He kept touching him. And all of a sudden, Timothy Weah went and just kind of tried to shove him in the back, but ended up punching him in the head. And he got a straight red card in the 17th minute of the game. The U.S. battled and suffered, and they tried to do their best, but they couldn't ever recover. And so they ended up going up 1-0, then give up 2 goals, and ended up losing 2-1 for a game they should have won, and they shouldn't even have to be worried. So now they have to go up against Uruguay, and it's going to be a dogfight. We have to get a win. It feels like to be very – if we get a win, we're through. Let's be honest. Panama's not going to win 10-0 against Bolivia, and so I feel very confident there. However, there is ways if the USA draws or even loses. If the USA loses and Panama loses, the USA is through, which is crazy, depending on how many goals Bolivia wins by. But for the most part, it'd probably be – it's just in Copa America, the first tiebreaker is goal differential. It typically is head-to-head. And if it was head-to-head, it doesn't matter the goal differential because Panama beat us. And so it's going to be something very interesting. And let's go ahead. What me and William have done tonight is we've done our projected lineups. And so we're actually going to pull up our lineups right now. And I'm going to start with Williams. So let's look at Williams' projected lineups for the game, which is Uruguay versus the United States of America tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. William, walk me through, because Weah, who typically plays on this right flank here, he can't play he's actually suspended for 2 games, not just 1. So go ahead and talk us through this lineup. What you got? What formation are you playing?
Okay, I'm playing a 4-3 or 4-3-3, but you could call it a 4-1-2-3.
Yep.
So I have Jedi Robinson.
Right here?
Yeah, on the left side, if you're looking at it this way.
Yeah, you got it.
And then I got Ream and Richards at center back.
So you got the same back 5 that's been playing, right? Same back 5. Now, I will say Matt Turner got hurt, and so it's either going to be Matt Turner or Ethan Horvath. Yep. So, all right. So you got the same back 4. That makes sense.
And then I got Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got McKinney and Musa.
The interesting thing is you've put Adams sitting right in front of the back 4. By the way, me and William did not compare lineups or anything ahead of the match. And so you got Adams sitting right in front of the back 4. And a lot of times we see something like this where Musa and Adams are next to each other and you have like a McKinney or a Reyna. And so it is something interesting to see where William has placed Adams. You're going with a little bit more of an attacking lineup.
Yeah, because Adams, I think he should be at the back a little bit more, because in the past few games, it's always been teams coming and it's like a 5 or 6 on 4 and no one's back there. So I think we should put Adams back.
Yeah, Tyler's trying to get his fitness up, which is interesting. He's only been playing 45-minute spells. If he only plays 45 minutes, William, because he's coming back from injury, would you prefer him to play the first half or the second half?
Probably the second half. Because I want him to let the game flow, and then when he comes in, he'll know how to play.
You're gonna be a coach one day, dude. That was a bad one. Boom. Come on. Boom. All right, and you got Musa just slotting in here. But the interesting thing is you have Musa slotting in here, but it looks like your front 3, you've got Reyna. Talk to me about putting Reyna up here and then Musa here. What's the tactical adjustment you're thinking through?
Well, it used to be like this, where US would play like this, but now since Weah's out and Musa was not playing past 2 games, and Reyna was playing in that spot, and Musa was on the bench and was coming on, I thought since he was coming on and he knows how to play, I would start him since Weah's out. And then put Reyna up in the right wing because he usually plays there sometimes.
Yeah, one of the things I like about this lineup is Reyna typically will float this way, guys. So you can kind of see him floating towards Balogun and connect. Where I wish Dest was playing. This tournament has really highlighted the value of Serginho Dest because Dest usually runs up and down this line right here. But with Joe Scally, he's been playing good defensively, but he's not very suited offensively, right? And so what I love about what you're doing here is Reyna can float. If he comes in here, who's got pace? Musa can make these long darting runs and they can almost interchange at times. And so it's just something interesting to think about. Guys, I'm going to flip to my lineup right now. And one of the interesting things is, let's see here. Will's lineup, same exact thing. But let me talk to you a little bit about some tactical adjustments I've been thinking through. So what typically happens is Pulisic will get the ball. The Jedi will be up here. Pulisic will get the ball. He'll cut inside. And then Jedi will run all the way up. And so what I like to see is something like this. When that happens, you need to see something like this, coming like this. I would love to see this. Or what a lot of times happens is this. I kind of would like to see something like this. And so you can kind of see how if you always try to make some triangles. And so if you see this, you see triangle, triangle. Oh, geez. You see, a diamond here. And if possible, if it runs up, I love what you're talking about here, William, is Adams needs to sit and stay. The only other thing I was thinking about, I have Cardosa and Aronson. I have Cardosa and Aronson sitting up there as like no, don't look at that, y'all. I have Cardosa and Aronson sitting over here as my super subs. So I could see Greg Berhalter doing this, putting Aronson right here and him running his butt ragged and doing something like this. This is another potential lineup you may see, guys. He may want to keep Reyna at the 10, bring in Aronson, run his butt off, and then bring Musa in. Another lineup that I considered was this lineup. Let me bring it. Cardoso, who literally all he wants to do is sit. And so I considered a lineup like, let me bring it over to you guys. This is the lineup I was almost going to go with, and I'm actually going to go with it because William does, because William had the same one as me. But Wes McKinney had a horrible first game. He had an okay second game. But what I really like here is let me switch these two. I like Adams giving cover. Actually, never mind. I'm going to switch that back. I love why don't we make Adams an 8? I know he can't score, but an 8 means he goes box to. I know he had a great shot. He doesn't score that often. 8 means you go box to box. He has the energy. Bring him on in the second half or start him and make him go box to box. One of the reasons we got scored on against Panama was because he was so eager to move from this spot where Cardoso was. He tried to jump a ball, he got it past, and then nobody was here, and they ended up scoring against us the first goal. And so Cardoso, what does he want to do? He just wants to sit in front of the back four. Guys, so let him do it against Uruguay. And then let Adams and Musa run free behind Pulisic and Reyna. So it's just something to think about. So any thoughts on my lineup? Any thoughts on the adjustments?
Is that your starting lineup or is it?
Yeah, how about this one? I'll take this one.
I just feel like McKinney should be playing.
I will say, Greg Berhalter will play McKinney. So you're right, exactly. So it's the other thing is I'll kind of reverse course real quick if you can bear with me, folks. But there you go. So this is the lineup I picked originally, and in the World Cup we had MMA. Started every game, played against England, dominated. So that's the lineup that's going to be put out. I can almost guarantee this lineup will be put out, with the exception of Turner. The only other spot I considered switching was Chris Richards to Miles Robinson.
Wait, I thought he was hurt.
Nope, he's back. He tore his ACL like mine. So funny. And so stop laughing, William. um, and so I feel like Chris Richards had a very below average tournament. He's brought in Cameron Carter Vickers, who's also had some very sketchy moments. And so for me, that's one you could see change. And I could see that possibly being changed. Although I see this lineup, I would put money on that. This lineup would be the lineup that's going to go out.
Also, I wouldn't start Carter Vickers because he gave up what? A pen, right?
He gave up a pin, but then VAR overruled it.
Yeah, and then I just don't like him.
And he gave up the goal, the second goal. As a center back, I was watching the Panama USA game in the 83rd minute or whenever Panama scored. Like, just mark somebody. He was too worried about who was behind him instead of the person who was in front of him. The guy takes a touch, scores. Ethan Horvath should have saved it. There's so many things that could have happened. And instead, going into tomorrow, we need a victory. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this golden generation does. But you know what? We will be Team USA. We'll be Mr. Pulisic over here, and we'll be thinking about it. Let's go to. Are you good to shift to the Euros?
Yep.
All right. Let's go to the European Championships. We're gonna go to the standings. One of the things about the European Championships that's interesting is, as you can see, the Copa America had 4 groups of 4. So there's a total of 16 teams. So when you go through, you make it to the quarterfinals, the final 8 or the elite 8. And so, but the Euros has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 4. They have 24 teams. And so, and then when you get out of the group, you make it to the round of 16. But there's 16. And so some third place people in a group make it through, which is crazy to me. How can you finish third in a group like Slovenia? The Netherlands finished third in the group, and they made it through. They won one, tied one, lost one.
Well, that group is crazy because how did, out of all of those teams,
Austria's been playing well. Look at, France, 2 draws. So talk me through. We're not going to go through every single group. Actually, let's go through groups. We're going to make it a long pod. So, William, Group A, tell me.
This is what I was probably going to do. Germany top, Switzerland, Hungary, Scotland. That's a perfect group. That's how it should have ended.
Yep, so that one's done. Who's the host of the tournament?
Isn't it? It's Germany.
Germany. Yeah, that's right. Good job. I would, you know what? Let's name each group. Group A, as you said, the group that's expected, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Group B. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Italy top that group.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the group of I need to coin this group. Croatia, this is the group of I'll call this the young and old group. So you could, going into the tournament, you could have said you probably would have bet Croatia would be in the top 2, and then Italy or Spain would have been third. And the outside looking in, and you would have thought 3 teams would have come out of this group. But Croatia with Luka Modric and Kovacic and Hadicic, I'm just kidding. Anybody with a chich. Anyway, so I would call this the young and old group. Spain has been flying high, all 9 points, similar to Argentina, 5 goals scored. They have a 16-year-old playing right wing. I forget his name. Unbelievable player. He almost scored today in the in the round of 16 game against Georgia. I don't know how to say it. All right, Group C.
Expected.
No, we can't get expected again.
Well, Serbia, I think they should have done better.
I would call this the underachievers group. I'll just call this Group Southgate. Underachieved, below average. Holy cow. England makes it through. Their performance, guys, look at this. They played 3 games. Goals for 2. Goals against 1. How is that possible? With the lineup they have, it is unbelievable. Gareth Southgate, the manager of England, generated a total of 3 goals for and against. It's just unbelievable. Don't get me started on England. They just played against Slovakia in the round of 16. They barely won. What happened today in the round of 16? Actually, we'll get to that in a second. So the group of under freaking achievers. Don't get me started. Group D. Go.
Group of death.
This is the group of death?
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I would have said the Spain, Italy, Croatia group would have been the group of death, but group of death, William called it. Austria, victors of the group, they've been playing their tails off. France went into the third game and they decided to sit all their players. Leighton, you want to come in here? You can sit with us. Come here.
Grab a chair.
Why don't you grab a cube over there? Grab a chair and come over here. So, group of death, as William says, Netherlands makes it through. Talk about it.
This one was not expected because Austria, I think the group should have been France, Netherlands. I thought the group should have been France, Netherlands, Poland, and then Austria.
It's interesting. You watch these Austrians play, and they just play their gosh darn butts off. And you need to watch out for this group. This team. It's going to be interesting to watch them. They play tomorrow, I think. And so we'll get into the standings here in a second. All right, Group E. What are you going to name Group E?
Normal group.
The group normal or the group who freaking cares? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, everybody thought Belgium's going to win this group. They've got KDB. They've got Romeo Lukaku. They've got, who else is on Belgium? Courtois. They have so many great players, but good Lord. Look at this group, guys. Every single member of the group finished with 4 points. How is that possible? Win one, draw one, lost one. And so, but you look at Belgium, similar to England, 2 goals for, 1 against. It's just unbelievable. What is it? Like, none of them should have made it through. If you can win one, lose one, draw one, and you can't make any advantage over, I mean, poor Ukraine and Mudryk. What's his first name? Oh my gosh. What's it?
Mihailo Mudryk.
There you go. Hey, Leighton looks like Mudryk. Of course you knew it. And so this is the group of who cares. All right, Group F.
Probably surprising. Georgia makes it through.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say that. It's like the state Georgia, but anyways. And then Turkey changed their name because every time you look up Turkey on Google, it comes up with like an actual like an animal turkey, and so that's Turkey. I think that's how they say it now. So, anyways, you got Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva and all those guys who are playing for Portugal. They made like 10 changes in their third game when they lost to Georgia,
10?
which means they changed their whole team the third game.
I thought you only have like 5 subs.
They made like going into the game, they changed their starting lineup by 10 players. So, anyways, let's jump to the bracket. And so, as you go to the bracket, you've got in the round of 16, you've got Switzerland versus Italy. Switzerland took care of Italy 2-0. Italy had a horrible game. William, talk to me about England and Slovakia. This just finished about 2 hours ago.
I thought for a second Slovakia, is that how you say it?
Yes, Slovakia.
We're going to win because they had a 1-0. They were up 1-0, and then the next second they thought they were going to win.
95th minute. Guys, there's 90 minutes in a soccer game, and then you have extra time. There were 6 minutes of extra time. And in the 95th minute, 1 minute left, what happened?
Jude Bellingham scored a banger of a bicycle kick.
It was unbelievable, y'all. If you have an opportunity, just type in Google Jude Bellingham versus Slovakia. It will show you what happened. So he scored in the 95th minute. They went on. The game ended. They went to extra time. Extra time is 2 15-minute periods that you have to play. In 1 or 2 minutes in, Harry Kane scores. Yeah. But I will say, shout out to my colleague Penny Coisy. is in alignment. It's the performances are so poor based on the lineup that they have. Look at the bracket that England is in. So this side of the bracket is England. They're going to play Romania, Netherlands, the winner, or Austria, Turkey if they get past Switzerland. So literally going to the final, all they have to beat is these teams. Unbelievable. But look at the bottom half of the bracket. You've got Spain versus Germany, Belgium versus France, and Portugal versus Slovenia. Like, what is happening? Like, did the English pay to get in this side of the bracket? This is absolutely ridiculous. Thoughts?
I don't. But I think Netherlands will beat England.
What about Switzerland? They took care of Italy 2-0. No way. I'm calling it right now. England's out. It is not coming home. England thinks it's coming home. It is not. It should have come home because of the team you have, but it's not coming home. When you sit Cole Palmer, when you sit Gordon,
When you sit Gallagher.
no, Gallagher's been playing way too much. I mean, when Kyle Walker's playing so poorly and you leave Reece James at home, what is happening? I know I'm a Chelsea fan, but good Lord, folks. Gareth Southgate, change the lineup and do something. So, anyways, here's your Euro bracket. Let's all just, I don't know. England fans, it's like, do you want to win or do you not? If you lose Gareth Southgate, which is great. If you win, he stays. And it's just, I can't even keep it together. So, anyways, any final thoughts on the European Championships?
I'm going to call out who's winning.
Who's going to win? You give me the two finalists, and then who's going to win?
Okay. The one finalists are going to be the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Versus Spain.
Okay. And who's going to win?
Spain.
I agree. Okay. I'm going to call it. I think it's going to be Austria. I would love Austria. I think it's going to be Austria versus France, and I think France is going to take it. Leighton, who do you think is going to be in the finals?
I think.
Excuse me, Mudrik. Who do you think is going to be in the finals?
I think Spain is.
Versus? It's got to be either England, Switzerland, Romania, Netherlands, or Austria, Turkey.
England.
Versus England, and who's going to win?
I think England.
Oh my gosh, you're such an English boy. This is my son calling the English. Leighton said it's coming home. Say it's coming home.
It's coming home.
Oh my gosh, it's not coming home, y'all. All right, so we're going to institute a new
segment.
You explain the segment.
It is Mount Rushmore. We are doing top 4.
I'm going to stop sharing for a second while he's doing it. Go ahead.
Top 4 best movies or favorite movies.
What is Mount Rushmore, William, in your opinion, right now?
Well, my dad told me I didn't know what it was, and then he explained it to me.
Who's your dad?
I know there's 4 presidents on it, right? Is that right? And 4 mountains kind of things.
So let's actually figure this out. So I'm going to take everybody with me on this train. So there are, let's see here. I'm going to reshare my screen, everybody. All right. So we're going to pull this up. We're going to figure out who is all in Mount Rushmore.
I know George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. That's all I know.
Yeah. So who are the 4 people on Mount Rushmore? Let's figure that out. All right. So on Mount Rushmore, there is George Washington, who is what president? What number? First. We've got Thomas Jefferson. We've got Theodore Roosevelt, and we've got Abraham Lincoln on Mount Rushmore. And Mount Rushmore is located in South Dakota. Actually, Pennington County. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can go ahead and share this screen. And we're going to go into, boom.
Oh, it's pouring.
It is raining hard outside. It's about time. That grass needs it so bad.
You need some more yard work to do. Sometimes I want to go outside.
All right. Let's explain this. All right. So we've got a Mount Rushmore. So one of my favorite podcasts is Pardon My Take. It's on the Barstool Sports Network. And they do something that's called Mount Rushmores. And during the time when there's not a lot of sports, like the summertime, you have to fill content. You got to make content that's available to a lot of people that love it. And so what we're going to do is each podcast moving forward, we're going to do a Mount Rushmore. And essentially what that is we're going to pick our top 4 things of whatever topic that is. And so we just found out that on Mount Rushmore, the former presidents are.
I think you already said it.
Go ahead.
I only know 2 of them.
Go.
I forgot. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington.
Thomas Jefferson. Was Thomas Jefferson? Yeah, he was president, right? Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like an idiot. And then Eleanor Roosevelt, or Theodore. I think Eleanor is his wife. Anyways, so we're going to talk, and so today our Mount Rushmore is going to be of our favorite movies, and we've added a special guest, Leighton. No front teeth. Smile, Leighton. Okay, so we're going to start off with Leighton, and it's going to be called a snake draft. So Leighton's going to say his favorite movie, then William will go, and then I will go. And then I'll go again, back to William, back to Leighton. Okay? And then Leighton again, and then William, and then we'll go until we have 4. And I'm going to type in as we go. So Leighton. So no, Leighton goes 1. So Leighton, your favorite movie of all time. Go.
I like. Wait, hold on. Before he says it, do we have to do like? Say, for instance, there's one movie and there's another movie, and there's 4 movies in all, and you pick one of them. Does somebody else get to pick one of the other movies?
Yeah.
Okay, I pick Santa Claus 2.
Santa Claus 2 is off the board, everybody.
Wait, Santa Claus movie. I like it. I don't like Christmas?
Santa Claus 2. Apparently William doesn't like Christmas. Go, William.
Free Willy!
Free Willy was William's first round pick. He may be his father's son. All right. I am going to pick. So I get 2 picks.
No.
I am going to pick National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
What?
Unbelievable movie.
That movie's so good. What?
I don't know. I don't think you're allowed to watch it, Lane, but it is unbelievable. All right. My second movie of all time. Maybe I should have prepped for this. I think I need to go sports. And I think I am going to go my favorite. I'm probably going to go Hoosiers.
What's that?
Don't worry about it. And you're going to get. It's not good that you don't know that it is. So anyways, I haven't done a good job. So back to William. Second. Go.
Goonies.
The Goonies. That is a good one from William. A little bit nostalgic. Who's your favorite character? Chunk. He's pretty good.
My favorite. That's Mommy's favorite.
All right, Leighton. Back to you for 2 movies. You get to pick 2.
I like Here Comes the Boom.
Here Comes the Boom. You can hold this.
I don't think any of us were going to pick that, but okay. Okay, my other pick is I'm going to pick Ninja Turtles.
Which one?
1. I want to pick the second one. Why?
All right. Back to William.
3. Speaking of 3, I'm going to pick the 3 ninjas.
Ooh. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. William thinks Shayla's cute. All right.
No, William loves Emily.
Not the 2 ninjas. The 3 ninjas. All right. It goes to Daddy. Oh my word.
You get 2?
Another movie that you guys probably won't know. Serendipity. So that is a rom-com, which is called a romantic comedy. It features John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. Such a good movie. My goodness. So if you were to pick a rom-com, go for it. Another one that I love. Oh my word. What else can I pick? I'm going to pick one that the boys know. Okay. And I'm going to put this in my top 4. It's really not my all-time top 4, but it's my all-time kid top 4. I'm going to pick Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Best one of the whole thing. Unbelievable.
No.
It's
no.
what's about it? Okay.
First one.
All right, back to you, William. If you want to pick it, pick it.
Comment down below. Do you like the first one or the second one?
William, you're up. For your last one.
I'm gonna go Big Green.
The Big Green, a soccer movie, a Disney classic. All right, Leighton, close us out.
I know what he's gonna pick. I'm gonna pick The Sandlot.
That's a classic. Leighton may have came in with a winner of winners. I'm surprised. Remember, the Titans didn't come off the board. I'm surprised. Home team that y'all been watching a lot. I'm surprised.
I kind of like it anymore.
I'm surprised. What's that movie with The Rock that's in it that you like? With the remember The Rock? He's in that movie. Oh Lord.
I was about to pick Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic World. Anyways, all right. So here's how it goes, everybody. You pick in the comments, just write Will, which is me, Leighton, which is Leighton, or William. Who has the best combination of the Mount Rushmore, the top 4?
Wrong name. Mudrick.
Okay. If you want to pick Leighton, I'll actually go ahead and put it here.
Slash. You just.
How do you spell that? I think that's how you spell it right there. So if you comment Leighton or Mudrick, he will get the votes. Let's recap them real quick. Leighton had Santa Claus 2, Here Comes the Boom, Ninja Turtles, and Sandlot. William had Free Willy, Goonies, 3 Ninjas, Big Green. Daddy or Will had Christmas Vacation, Hoosier, Serendipity, and Home Alone 2. All right, everybody. We're going to close us out. William's going to give us, let me stop sharing for a second. William is going to give us a song for encouragement, and we are going to end episode 13.
Too good to not believe.
I think we've already done that one.
We do I Speak Jesus.
I don't know, but
Talking to Jesus. I don't think we did that.
Talking to Jesus? I think we did. Let's do I Speak Jesus.
No, let's do Voice of God. No, did we do that?
Yeah. I could hear it in the bonfire singing.
Holy Water.
Holy Water's a good one.
We haven't done that one.
Okay.
And don't forget, like and subscribe.
Hey, guys, if you don't like and subscribe with this dude who has no 2 front teeth, I don't know what's the matter with you. You don't have a heart. Leighton, show me your 2 front teeth. How did we get it out?
My dad put a fishing line and yanked it out.
How did it feel?
Good. The first one, it popped, and the second one, he yanked it out. Then it almost came out. Then the second one, he got, and pushed it so hard, then he didn't get out. And the last time, then he yanked it out. Then he got it out.
Are you glad they're out?
Yes.
Did the tooth fairy come?
Yes.
How much money?
The first tooth was $4, and the other tooth was $2.
$6. That's pretty. I mean, you get a lot of stuff for that.
Yes, I did.
I don't know about in today's economy, but you like 3 years ago, you could have gotten a lot.
Well, I got 20 and 10.
Nice.
Well, at the candy shop, we got a limit of 5. The $10 was from my dad because the tooth fairy didn't come.
Okay.
Wait. Can we introduce Mommy to come in here?
No, we'll maybe do it next pod. Next pod. I don't think Mommy's in the mood to be introduced on the pod. All right, everybody. What's this song again?
Holy Water.
Holy Water. We'll put that in the comments. Like and subscribe, and drop a comment on who you think wins, Will, Mudrick, or William. Thank you. We love you, and
Peace out.